Well, Springfield is not a very diverse place in general, but there is a lot of difference when I go to speak to the teachers at MSU or the people that are in the teaching program, and they come to volunteer. We want to give them the experience, maybe of the difference between working at Greenwood or at Catholic or at Kickapoo versus working at some of the other schools. And there is a big difference depending on what side of town that you live on. And some of the students that will be in the creative writing, maybe have never been, had a chance to experience any kind of diversity or difference, whether that be culture or race or, socioeconomic status. So I think that will give them the chance to come in. Our kids really, like you were talking about, want a chance to express themselves. We do have some kids that are in foster care. We do have a lot of kids, maybe whose parents are in prison, that have just a lot of issues inside themselves. A lot of people have the misconception that we serve troubled kids and they confuse us with Boys and Girls Town. That's not what we are. We're open to everybody. But sometimes with the economic stress that they live under, they do have some other issues that they want to express, and I think creative writing is wonderful. I definitely used it growing up, keeping journals, and to creative writing in school, in junior high and high school, and I've noticed that it's not offered in the middle schools, in Springfield. So a lot of people have never been given this opportunity. And I think what you said about it a lot of them may not want to write because everything you write in school gets sent back to you with red ink on it. So we want to give them the opportunity to express themselves. Doesn't matter how you spell it, doesn't matter how you say it, it doesn't matter what verbiage you use. Tell us what you are feeling in a variety of ways. Maybe they can't do it in a paragraph form. Maybe they can't do it in the correct subject verb tense or, whatever. Maybe it's going to be describing an emotion, whatever, but we'll find something that works for them, or maybe they can just draw their thoughts out if they're in the 6-7-year-old, age range where they haven't been able to do those things yet. But if you walk around the Boys and Girls Clubs, as you guys have, it's not very long you feel uncomfortable. Pretty soon the kids are just wanting attention, and if they get a chance and they're shown how to have an outlet, they will use that outlet. It's amazing the things that you hear that these kids think are commonplace that are going on in their house. If you just say, "What'd you do this weekend?" I've had kids tell me tremendous stories that should really be affecting them. Their mom went to jail, someone found a gun in their house, and you're like, really? And they're just telling it in passing. But there's got to be some feelings that come up. Some feelings with going back to school, and having duct tape on their shoes, or they don't have the school supplies, or you're going to a school maybe that's mixed with kids from lower income and higher income when you mix junior highs and high schools, and then it's more obvious the haves and the have-nots, and how does that make you feel, and the bullying, and the feeling less than, or whatever. Or we've got some kids whose families, we provide a place for the kids to come whose parents have been shipped off, to Iraq or Afghanistan. Maybe they got some feelings about that. And we have the National Guard come over and do some work with the kids and things like that, and that's helpful. But a lot of kids do not just want to speak. So writing it down can be a little bit more private. They know no one's going to get up and just read it and criticize it or make fun of it. So it's an important outlet for our kids. And I think it's an important thing for the students to come over because of just the different experiences. All four of us could go and we could come away with different experiences based on our backgrounds and what we've taken into the situation. So I think the students will all do that too.